Hello and welcome to Full Moon Energetic Update, April 2026. I'm Marianne Lane, Shaman of the New Era from Denmark, opening here with full moon energy and whatever will be brought in to us through the New Era field of consciousness. And just like to share links here and there and everywhere, and maybe you will find me here in the meantime. So click. The energy opens and you participate with your intention. So you set your intention on participation and allow the field, the energy to bring you into this experience, this presence. In the held field, where we will open to the field of love and light, where we can bring in the people and the places we would like to give love and light. And at the same time, you open for the energy work for our earth and earth people. So welcome here as we open here. So today is a special day. Maybe you saw my open webinar with the New Era field and the shift from collective to mutual field. Maybe you didn't, but from today, from the night in 3rd of April through 4th of April, maybe until 5th of April, the New Era field of consciousness gives birth to the mutual field of consciousness for the gathered earth people. It pre-opened, you could say, or connected in January 2026. The birth of the fulfillment of the New Era field of consciousness opened in the end of 2025, surprisingly. So today, under the full moon and the channeling, we will open to the central earth and the ignition of the central sun. We did partly the same energy work under the Danish version of full moon energy work, full moon energy update. Connecting with your center by intention, open to the field of love and light, and focus on the people and the places you like to bring love and light, and set your intention on them to be in this field of love and light. And at the same time, with our participation, you choose if you want to be here as an energy worker, and everybody can be, or in the participation of the creation of surplus energy that comes because we are more than 5 people. And even though we were less than 5 people here in the live, we will be connected with the one who were here before and the one who comes after. It's a part of the opening going on with the 13th dimensional activation of the global field that ignited in the end of 2025, middle of 2025. Breathe soft, deep. Inner connection reopens to the perception of being aligned with the contra field, with a spherical field of consciousness in 13D, aligning, connecting with the central earth. The central earth is a mutual energy field of consciousness created by the 8 earth, the 8 area where we incarnate in the same incarnational program, where this earth is one of them. The 8 areas differs by not knowing about each other. In some of the areas they incarnate in more planets. We are only incarnating in one planet here, at one planet here. But the connection with the 13D activation and the ignition of the newer field of consciousness open the potential for the central earth. And the central earth is the mutual field of consciousness for the incarnating people, incarnating souls. In all the 8 areas connected in one global consciousness, placed in the center of the universe. Open with the center of the universe, the central earth. And through the eternal soul that is love, we open to the connection within the contra field to a universe consciousness. The consciousness where our connection to the library through a DNA memory field, our connection with the support for the consciousness, our connection with the inner knowingness ignites, where a connection through all of the incarnational programs delivers what is needed here. So you could imagine that you will be more distant to our earthly life through the connection when you're connected with your universal consciousness. But it's actually the opposite way around, because our consciousness is supported to be birthed, to be given birth to itself through the knowingness and the connection with the universal consciousness into our reality, into our existence, into our creation of our civilization here where we are. The connection to the other incarnational programs only ignites when we prove here in our part that we can fulfill our consciousness and lift the burden, the karmic burden. And that's happening now. It's happening in the new era field of consciousness, still not represented in our reality, but represented in exactly the point of consciousness where we know. So in the point of consciousness where we know, we are connected to our wholeness, our fulfillment. And we are reaching that point together here in this field, in this full moon energetic update together here in the new era field of consciousness, connecting with the mutual field of, the mutual consciousness for the gathered earth people, being connected in the central earth, the center of the universe, universal consciousness through a reflection in our contra field. And in our contra field is where our containment, our mirroring, our reflection of our consciousness is complete and completely according to ourselves. So when we are in a pure version of being a self, that version will be reflected into our contra field. In the pure version of ourself, we are carrying all our potentials and all the support from eternal soul that is love. And the eternal soul that is love have a journey throughout the universe from the beginning of this universal breath where we exist. So when we connect with the support from the eternal soul that is love, is the same as being supported from the universe, the universal consciousness. Each and every one of us carrying an eternal soul that is love, a unique eternal soul that is love, creating a unique manifestation of consciousness in the person that we are, in the human that we are. So we connect now through the reflection with the eternal soul that is love and the contra field to exactly this balanced, aligned version with the self in purity, being completely you, being completely me. And with this connection, we open to the 13th dimensional carriage of the mutual field, where we will be supported in the best way to be able to grow into completion. And as this growth potential for completion opens, it will be the same as the fulfillment of the field of the gathered, the consciousness field of the gathered earth people being fulfilled. So each and every one of us will have a perfect version of the complete mutual field of the gathered earth people. And in the 13th dimensional capacity, we have an edge between what's carried in the creature and what's carried in the eternal soul that is love. The edge is 7-dimensional capacity or 7-dimensional reality. And that's the same level where the creation of the mutual carriage exists. And the mutual carriage is the same as, the words disappear. Just allow a moment with the energy here. Breathe, being followed into your reflection, into the completion. Completely aligned with yourself, creating the consciousness in your void of consciousness. Maybe you sense a shift in your body, in your state of being, in the energy. Maybe you don't. Allow it to be what it wants to be. Your consciousness knows what's best for you in this experience. Allow you to be followed into the best position and observe. Experience. Let it be provided to you. as we ignite. The creation of the holographic field of consciousness is where each and every one of us have a perfect version of the fulfillment inner self and in the mutual field, and that version, that completion, supports each other's into being their complete version. And the stronger version, the more that opens into their completion within themselves and for the mutual field of the gathered earth people, the stronger it will be, because they support each other equally. An equal distribution, an equal contribution, that we have difficulties in grasping, in understanding, in comprehending, because we have no presence or present for that. No prehistorical recognitions of this state of being where we contribute to each other, and support each other, and will be brought forward into existence by each other in this balanced version. That's what's exciting here. And I can point to the webinar from early on today about new duality versus collective consciousness, and the teachings from Cosmic Atlantis from yesterday. Small, intense teachings with energy where we talk more about this. I have a beautiful question here. You describe a completely new cosmological understanding with descriptive words and terminology that would be interesting to understand more concrete. Have you thought of making a document that describes the meaning of each word very carefully and concrete? And that's something that still will be discussed in my inner communications. I have visions showing books and websites with these kinds of descriptions, and with small small situations that can support the understanding of the descriptions, situations we know from our everyday life. But until now, it have been cut off. It's not available for me to share it, because it's important that the creator space for this cosmological understanding and the description needs to be open. And I'm carrying the connection. I've worked within this space, this void, this field of consciousness since 2012, and with people who have participated in different ways, and people who opened from other angles, other versions, shown that it really is a possibility for a new starter point for our civilization and the creation of consciousness. To contain it in this open creator version is a part of the work now. When from tonight and in the days to come, maybe more than the next 24 hours, maybe less. The timelines for the opening of the mutual field opens. Nobody knows how strong and how fast it will go. If it's really strong and fast, the possibility to create such terminology and descriptions will be more profound and with a higher purpose. If the timelines open slow and with less strength, then I think I will be asked to do other kind of works instead. So let's see about it. In the next days, a lot of things will show in the rest of this year, 2026. A lot of things will unroll and we will see how it works. We will see what is the potential for the support of a creation of a stable reality, not only in a conscious consciousness, but in the reality, the civilization wherein we exist. If this unroll in a way where it supports the creation of reality, then the connection between these cosmological terminology, descriptive words, and a reality, the bridges between these will grow by themselves. So with this, there will be given so much meaning to creating these dictionaries, or what you will call it. If it's a much more slower opening, then the bridges to reality will be less intense, more difficult to open, and then to train people to create the bridges as much as possible, share about this, work for the stabilization with the different layers of the field, then I think that will be more of the work. Yeah. Thank you so much for the question. This beautiful question. Breathe, soft, deep. Going into the pre-opening of the cosmic sun here. And the cosmic sun for each and every one of us is like an extension of our blueprints. So we have a blueprint that have been solidified since 2012 with the 5D activation, then the 7D activation, and then the 13D activation in the end of 2025, activated the blueprint to be a connection throughout the universe and the creator path that have been closed down and is out of use. So when we open the cosmic sun, it's an opening to this cosmic blueprints open to each and every one, creating a reopening, initiating creator path for the eternal soul that is love, and for the conscious consciousness to enhance the capabilities to create reality. So that's what we're opening here. So you can lean back, open your curiosity, the sense of this, and now we open the connection with the universal sun, with our distinctive one, each and every one of us. Manifest in a glimpse in the universe, our personal sun sphere, the sun disk, support our consciousness to go from 3D to 5D. The sun sphere supports our consciousness to be carried in the 13D. The sun sphere contained and carried in the DNA memory field where the dormant codes ignite. So they are already here. Ignite with the connection of the extended blueprints. And the alignment, the security for the alignment in the contra field. Breathe, soft, deep. And the list with the people and the places that we brought in to give love and light, that work is fulfilled. And the beings, the energy that's manifested to create balanced energy take over on this part of the work. And we connect with the cosmic heart in our heart center. Given access with the part of us where alignment with the cosmic heart and our heart center is available. Access to the cosmic libraries. And the cosmic libraries carries the proof for our extended blueprints, our sun sphere to be pure and true in all of our potential, all of our existence. Maybe you sense this expansion in your spherical field of consciousness energy and the ignition of the strength, the compassion, the love, the devotion in the field just surrounding your personal spherical field, your prophecy and support for carriage, the manifestations, the existence of your wholeness into your reality. And as this ignites for each and every one of us, it opens in the mutual field of the gathered earth people where we exist, in the central earth, all the 7 other areas where we incarnate as well, and in the center of the universe, where the seed of the first consciousness is love and the previous universe lives, breath exist, reconnects, embeds, supports our consciousness to release the karmic burdens. And the gift of making sense with our now sense, our pre-sense, and our come to sense. Breathe. And slowly landing here. Any more sharings or questions? please put them in the comments. And if not now, when we are here online live, then when you come by, and I will answer when I see them, or when I open again for the next live under the full moon energetic update, or the webinars, the open webinars that I will continuously open throughout this years and maybe longer. Let's see about it. Maybe you sense this fulfillment and release of the longing as we are landing here with the extended universe blueprint. Connecting with the central sun, with our sun sphere and our prophecy activated in 13D. Release of the karmic burden and the lock into history. Thank you so much for sharing this moment as our senses opens into our here and now everyday life and reality. Supporting the connection and the fulfillment arrival into our everyday life. Releasing all of pretense, shifting into making sense. That struggle naturally comes by itself with a new kind of gravity. The gravity of devotion and long-term stability instead of the gravity of fear and need. For the conscious consciousness and the fear of need gravity for conscious consciousness will be a self-creating of non-success and enhancing the need and the fear in the same progress. Here we shift that into making sense and long-term stability, a multi-dimensional version of conscious consciousness, taking care, being devoted, and kind of being promoted into caretaker in all levels, without struggle, easily, naturally, comes to us by itself, day by day. Maybe without us recognizing it, we're just taking it in, we're just choosing, handling, doing. And suddenly you can see your path has changed. You're doing things differently. So with this, we are ending this full moon energetic update. Thank you so much for this beautiful magic time together. See you again here and there and everywhere.